Hey, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is an all signs reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars signs. We're going to begin with Capricorn all the way to Sagittarius. And this is a you and them reading. It's a shorter reading that explains how you're feeling, how they're feeling the situation, and your outcome. So let's go ahead and dive in, starting off with Capricorn. I probably should write this down, but I don't think I have. Actually, hold on a second. I think I should have a pen here somewhere. Oh. Sorry, guys. Should have been better prepared for this. I could do this. All right, let's start off with Capricorn. We're starting at a minute and let's say a minute and 30. So Capricorn, let's take a look. Capricorn, you and them. For September 2025, Capricorn. Okay. So the situation, the Tower. So something might have fallen apart. Something happened all of a sudden. We'll see. How are you feeling? It can go vice versa. So remember that. You have the Six of Cups. They have the Eight of Pentacles. This can definitely be reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles is the outcome. All right, let's take a look. Why is the Tower the situation for Capricorn and whoever they're dealing with? The Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so there might have been a situation where somebody was, or both, were already feeling left out in the cold. There was definitely a lack of either time, energy, I don't know, maybe finances plays a part in this. Either way, there's definitely a sense of lack. And with the Knight of Wands, there was some sort of enthusiasm, okay? Like, you know, let's get the ball rolling, or let's do this, or whatever. Ten of Swords, there's still some sort of hurt and pain that's still there. And this is what's making it crumble right now. I feel like somebody is exhausted, although they've tried to persevere. It could be both of yous. Maybe, yeah, let's try at this. But it just seems like beating a dead horse type of situation. Why do you have the Six of Cups? Knight of Swords, the Magician, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I think on your mind, you're definitely in this energy of, again, can go vice versa. There's definitely this energy of, okay, let's work something out. For some, maybe keep this at a more practical level, maybe friendship-based level, or, I don't know, I get the sense of like maybe something not so serious, but there's almost like this energy, because the Six of Cups does represent this like genuine care. But with the Page of Pentacles showing up here, to me, it almost seems like, okay, let's start from the beginning, or let's start at the foundation, or let's start with something a little more practical. So for some of you, if this is, I don't think this is anything new, because the Tower being here and this Ten of Swords that showed up, to me this almost like, okay, let's start this the right way type of thing. Why is the Eight of Pentacles for the other person? Why is that there? The Nine of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Fool card. I think whoever you're dealing with, they're also exhausted. However, they might be hiding the fact that they're all in. They're ready to put in the work here to focus on this. Why is the Queen of Pentacles the outcome for Capricorn? The Five of Wands, the Knight, the Page of Swords, the Chariot, Three of Cups at the bottom. So Cancer energy here. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. So I feel like the outcome is you, which is either you getting what you want or you feeling a little more secure in whatever this is. because there's clearly some sort of tension or drama or conflict, Five of Wands, Page of Swords is more of like watching this. And then the Chariot is, okay, let's move forward. So I feel like the outcome here is that if it's going in the direction that makes you feel safe and secure, you're on board. But as of right now, there seems to be some sort of, I don't know, tension or uncomfortability or something like this. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles being your outcome, it's in your favor, Capricorn. All right, let's take out, I have not used this deck in a long time, the Hidden Truth Oracle cards. All right. Fell into the crevices of finding out the truth crushed me. I don't know what the truth is. Maybe there was something hidden with the Tower. Something came to light. I don't know if this is for you or for them. Maybe like your true feelings or their true feelings came out. Or some sort of realization came out. I'm not available. And I hope that you can forgive me one day. I don't know if the I'm not available is on their part or if this is you. Maybe just like emotionally not fully there, or they're not, or whatever the case is. This is why I don't really like using those cards too much. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Let me write that down before I forget, because, you know, I don't have that many subscribers that somebody's going to do it for me. But that would be so cool. Imagine. All right, so 705. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what is going on between you and them. It can go vice versa. Take what resonates, of course. Okay. You have the High Priestess. So the overall situation could be that there's some sort of a silence, or somebody's keeping to themselves, or something isn't being spoken. For you, you have the Five of Swords. This could be you, the one who's not really saying anything. Five of Swords could be lack of trust, could be playing mind games, could be feeling defeated, but we'll see. For them, they have the Ten of Pentacles. Could be a family situation. They could be dealing with something family related. Ten of Pentacles is also long-term wealth. They could be focused on career, their money, whatever. Knight of Swords is the outcome. So it looks like somebody is going to take action, is going to probably say something, but definitely action nonetheless because of the Knight. So let's take a look. What is this High Priestess? Why is that the situation for Aquarius and whoever they're dealing with? Please don't forget to watch your sun, your moon, your rising signs. All right, so we have the Five of Wands. Something could have happened. There could have been already some sort of drama or something erupted already. You have the Six of Swords. So, okay, the way that the Six, and the thing is, these cards are so interesting. See, this is the Six of Swords. Look at the back. It's almost like a different version of it. However, when I pulled it out, it was the back and it was in reverse. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what this is trying to say. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I feel that there's almost like this push and pull of like hope and not hope, because clearly something has happened already. And with the Six of Swords, that's what I feel like. There's a push and pull. There's like a push and pull of whether things are going to get better, whether between you and this person or just in general. There's almost like a bit of hope, and then sometimes there isn't hope. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck, the wheel turning, things moving in a better favor. It's all clarifying the High Priestess, which is one who's observing all of this, but keeping really to herself. Let's see what this Five of Swords is for you. Why is that here for Aquarius? The Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And Libra with the Justice card. I almost get the sense of like, okay, you want to make this right, you're going to come to me. You know, I'm open for this, but I'm only open for things that are balanced, for things that are correct. Could go vice versa, okay? Let's see what this Ten of Pentacles is. Now, there could be another person involved with these two queens showing up here. The Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Wands. I feel like this person still has hope. Like they're holding on here. They might be a little bit closed off. There's still some sort of pain. They're dealing with something, I don't know, a betrayal or some sort of suffering, whether this has to do between you and them or something else. And the Page of Wands, it shows me that there's still this enthusiasm for this long term, this loyalty, whatever this is. For some of you, somebody is dealing with a difficult situation and they're trying their best to still like communicate, still participate in this. Why is the Knight of Swords the outcome? For some of you, you know what? If there's history here, for some of you, I feel like, again, could go vice versa, but I'm looking at the Five of Swords in your position. For some of you, you want this person to get their karma. Kind of like, you've hurt me. And this person might be in this position of like, I am dealing with other things, or maybe I am hurting already, but I still have this, I still want to give to this. I don't know if this is resonating. You tell me. Oh my goodness, the chat is so tiny. I can't see what it says. Oh my goodness. Starts with Capricorn. Yeah, I don't know what else you said, but I think that's what I read. Yeah, I start with Capricorn just because it's easier for me to remember, you know, because it's the months, January to December. Let's see what this Knight of Swords is. The Magician, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be definitely some sort of new beginning. Okay, some sort of new beginning here. Somebody is trying to manifest this. They want, passion is still there. Attraction is still there. Wanting this foundation here. And it makes sense. Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. This person has the Ten of Pentacles. So, yeah. I feel like the start of that is, or the energy for that is definitely available there. All right, let's grab a Hidden Truth Oracle card. Let's see. I want to feel that way again. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. And let's take another random one. I wish things could be different. So I feel like this makes sense with the reading. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, I definitely spelled that wrong. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Pisces, you and them. check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars signs. This can go vice versa. Okay, Pisces. All right, Pisces, you have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as the overall energy. For you, King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For them, the Two of Wands. And your outcome is the Four of Pentacles. All right, let's take a look. What is this Queen of Cups? Why is that the situation for Pisces and whoever they're dealing with? Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Judgment. So there is definitely this energy of a sense of loss, a sense of missing, yearning, maybe even being sorry, because I feel like there's a lot of love here. And with this Judgment card, this to me is representing some sort of second chance, reconciliation, or another opportunity here. And I'm leaning more towards reconciliation because of these two eights here. So to me, it almost seems like a loop, right? So kind of like restarting things again, wanting to put this focus on moving this forward, moving towards this opportunity, because the heart is still there. If it's not a person, it doesn't have to be a person. Could just be in general. It could be, you know, between you and your money flow. I don't know. Like I said, take it as it resonates. You have the King of Pentacles. Why is that there? The Six of Cups, the Temperance, Sag, and the Lovers, Gemini, Pisces energy at the bottom with this Moon card. There is this, Pisces, you have this, I get this sense of hope, kind of like, okay, I'm going to wait for this. This is something I know I want to commit myself to, that I want to put my time, my energy, focus on this. Could go vice versa. Okay, Pisces, what is the Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Magician, oh no, not the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon card. Cancer at the bottom with the Chariot. So, okay, so on the other person's side, again, if it's not them and it's you, you could go vice versa. So for the other side, there's still a bit of wondering if things can turn around, if this reconciliation, if doing this another time around is going to be in the favor of the connection. There is a bit of fear with the Moon card here. There's still this uncertainty, lack of clarity. Although this person or you, okay, whoever this is looking out to kind of like the future and how is this going to, Wheel of Fortune, how is this going to be better? So let's see what this, I get the sense of whoever is this Two of Wands has their back turned towards the past. There's no desire to repeat the past. But if it's like a reconciliation, it's not that they don't want to repeat it. It's just they don't want to repeat the past. But I feel like there is still this energy of like, okay, like I'm on this path of bigger, better, or I just feel like it's more of better. And can that be implemented? Do you get what I'm saying? This can be you. Can be them. I don't know. You tell me. What is this Four of Pentacles? Why is that the outcome for Pisces and whoever this is? You have the Fool, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Wands. 10 of Cups at the bottom. Somebody might still be a little bit conflicted because Fool, Nine of Cups, this is, yes, let's take the leap of faith, let's take the risk, let's do this, let's leave the baggage behind. I really want this. But then the Five of Wands to me signifies some sort of conflict, whether it's internal, external. And it's all clarifying this card of the Four of Pentacles, which is saving, holding on. It's not a very open card. So I feel like you have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. I feel like there's this happiness. What the hell happened? Two of Swords. Yeah, that Five of Wands is a blockage. Somebody's at a stalemate. I don't know if this is about needing to know something for certain. Devil and the Knight of Wands. Could be a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. Or you have it in your chart. Fire, Aries, Sag, Leo, whatever. The passion is there, absolutely. But there is... The energy is, I am not accepting toxicity anymore. No more inconsistency, no more in and out, no more player-like energy. Yes. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Like, that Knight of Wands energy, that passion and whatnot, excitement, enthusiasm. Yes, keep that, but not this inconsistency BS. Knight of Pentacles, something reliable, something that moves with consistency. All right, let's take a Hidden Truth Oracle card for you. And you have, it's time for me to heal now. I wish I could take back my words, and I feel you even though we're apart. I'm not available. Which actually, who had that? I'm not available. Capricorn, no? Or was it Aquarius? Either way, the cards kind of seem like they're just really confirming the energy here. There's clearly some sort of history. There's a bit of distance, perhaps, or maybe there is. I don't know if there is an apart type of thing. It could just be energetically or emotionally. Time for me to heal now. I do feel like, yeah, like I said, somebody is definitely blocked off to repeating the BS from the past. But I feel like there's this openness to accept something that's more loving, more concrete, more consistent, more reliable. All right, let's move on. Aries. Aries. We're at 22:55. Okay, Aries. 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 Aries, check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, whatever. This can go vice versa. Take what resonates. You know the deal. All right, Aries. You have the Seven of Wands as your overall energy. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands can be a resistance or like a pushing away, pushing back. It could also be setting up boundaries, but we'll see. You have the Ten of Cups as your feelings. Wow. They have the Two of Cups as their feelings. My goodness. And your outcome is the Page of Pentacles. So there could be some sort of communication that comes about as your outcome. And maybe figuring something out. There might have been or is this decision an emotional, not an emotional decision, like a decision. If there was confusion, if there was overwhelming feelings or whatever, there's this energy of having made a choice and walking towards something that is happier, harmonious, like especially for oneself. And both of you have the cards of relationship and love and happily ever after. So I feel like this might be a mutual energetic feeling for this. But you have the Seven of Wands as the energy right now. So maybe both of you are on the same page of pushing away something that just doesn't align. Let's see. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Aries? Why is the Seven of Wands here for Aries? Moon, Pisces energy, the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the Four of Wands. This pushing, the Seven of Wands could be about expectations. Like, I'm expecting this out of this. There's almost like this energy of, Moon and Queen of Cups. I feel like there is this almost like psychic bond type of thing. There might be this type of like empathetic, I don't know if that's the word. Kind of like, you know, if you think of something and they thought of something too, and you guys thought of it at the same time, they're kind of like that type of energy, that type of bond there. And I feel like together there is this openness for something that feels like you both belong here. Wanting this sense of home, structure, security, and stability. There's this expectation of that. And with the Seven of Wands, I almost feel like it's energetically. I mean, it could be happening, but I feel like there is this, I am fighting for that. That's what I want. There could be a lot of ups and downs, a lot of high emotions. Maybe this Seven of Wands is that. Maybe somebody has to set boundaries, or both of you have. Why is the Ten of Cups here? I'm not even sure if that makes sense. Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Could have it in your chart, dealing with one. Yeah, like I said, there's this certainty here. Although the King of Swords doesn't really signify somebody who has their heart open. This is more somebody who's looking at things logically, more with facts, more with a bit of harshness here. But nonetheless, you might want to speak your truth, like speak your feelings. With the Seven of Pentacles, the investment, the time and energy that was put into this, you don't want it to not be all for nothing. Although I also feel like you're on board. If this works, this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I almost feel like this might have been difficult for you, but your goal is this Ten of Cups. This emotional stability with another, this harmony, alliance type of energy. Okay, let's see. Scorpio, even, I just saw the Death card. Why is the Two of Cups here for this person? Now, it can go vice versa. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. I feel like there's this all-in energy. Like, yes, let's go for this. I don't really have anything else to say to that one. Why is the Page of Pentacles the outcome for Aries? And whoever this is. Five of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so there's a bit of stress and worry because there might be unspoken things, or I don't know, maybe you're wondering, well, how do they really feel, or what are they really thinking, or are they telling me the truth about this and that? There's a bit of worry, okay, or how are things going to go? Because it could have to do with a living situation or a home situation for some. Or maybe just a feeling of like, do I belong here? Do we belong together? And I'm saying that because 5 and 1, 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands, there's a 4 of Wands there. I do feel that there will be some sort of communication, maybe breaking of silence. It may be a little difficult at first. So maybe this Page of Pentacles is like it's being presented in a calmer way as opposed to like emotions all over the place. Or maybe that's just the best course of action. Okay, let's do the hidden truth. I was pulling out cards, but it was basically everything that I just said anyway. Let's pull out cards for you. We need to let each other go. I am becoming a better person, and I look for you everywhere. Yeah, there's definitely a strong bond here. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Why is the we need to let each other go showing up here? What is that? I think it could be like expectations are waiting. It's like we do this or we don't do this, but that's very Aries energy. So maybe this is you. And I'm saying very Aries because it's like, okay, let's go. Like, what are we waiting for? If you know, if it's a yes, it's a yes. Let's go. If it's a no, it's a no. So Aries. All right. Let's move on to Taurus. Taurus. We're at 31. All right, Taurus. 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 Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Okay. 8 of Cups, overall energy. There's a detachment, emotional detachment, or maybe somebody actually is walking away, or there's some sort of decision that somebody made because this is what's going to make me happier. You have the Knight of Cups. Oh, check out your sun, moon, and rising, Venus, Mars, whatever. Can go vice versa. Please remember that. Knight of Wands for them. So you have the Knight of Cups. They have the Knight of Wands. This is 2 people taking action. The outcome is the Death card. Scorpio. Could be dealing with one happening in your chart. Doesn't have to be. Is this an ending? Or is this a new beginning? Like an ending for a new beginning. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Why is the 8 of Cups here for Taurus? 9 of Wands. King of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo, Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. For some of you, maybe you are, maybe that's the situation. Somebody is exhausted, somebody is tired, I'm standing my ground, I'm going to have to focus on what I need to focus on, and vice versa. Now, if that's not what it is, if there wasn't actually like somebody walking away from a situation, there is this exhausted feeling though. It's kind of like somebody who sees things clearly now. Let's keep going. Let's see. Why is the Knight of Cups here for you? Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, that keeps coming out. Could be a new financial opportunity, money opportunity, or maybe some sort of commitment. 10 of Pentacles can have the potential for something that is a long-term or long-term wealth, maybe family related. Maybe that can turn into something like that. But the 5 of Wands, there's either competition or some sort of challenge or drama or conflict that's there. Now, clarifying this, the Knight of Cups, to me, this looks more like my heart is still in this and I want to move forward with this. I want to make things right. I want to take the benefits out of this opportunity. Why is the Knight of Wands in their position? Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Gemini energy, Pisces energy, High Priestess. I feel like, if this is you or them, I don't know, you tell me, but I almost feel like both of yous are, if there was a walking away or some sort of emotional detachment, I almost feel like both are kind of like waiting for the other person to take action, but also wanting to take action. Because there's definitely this soul connection here. But why the High Priestess? Is it kept under wraps? No. Is it... I feel like this person's intuition is leading them, like giving them a subtle urge or pull. If this is not them, maybe this is you. Why is the Death card the outcome for Taurus and this person? Hermit, Emperor. I was like Virgo, Aries, Page of Swords. Yeah, there's this waiting, kind of like seeing what's gonna happen. Somebody might also have said to themselves, like, I'm too old for this. There could be a very stubborn energy, too. Now, the Death card can signify an end to this stubborn type of energy and really just taking that leap of faith of communicating feelings or an apology or saying something causes a lot of stress. There might be issues with communication. There might be, somebody might try to avoid conversation or conflict also, is what I want to say. Somebody might have also cut off communication. There could also be a holding back. This could be a work situation for some with the Eight of Pentacles. There's a strong attraction here and wanting to repeat this. But maybe even wondering, oh, okay, if this is a third party situation, somebody is waiting for something to fall apart. I can't with these third party readings. It makes no sense to me. Sorry, and I don't mean, like, I'm not judging. I feel like we've all been in that type of situation, no? But it's like, don't you get exhausted? Doesn't the person who is cheating, don't they get exhausted having to please one person and the other? Or you're more fascinated with the other person and then the other person you're not. It's like you're still living a shitty relationship with the other person. Doesn't that make you feel terrible? So why not just leave? Or why stay because of the comfort? Like, is there some hope that that's going to be fixed? And if that's the case, why not then just fix that? And then the person who's the third party, it's like do you need that much validation that somebody you know is already committed needs to leave somebody else to make you feel special? Again, no judgment. I know I'm sounding judgmental, but it's just the way that I talk. And then you have the other person who is the one that's being cheated on, or the main person. And like, isn't that shitty? Anyway, again, not judging whatsoever, but it's just, it's a shit situation. Now, if it's not a third party, and I'm sorry I had to go down that route, if it's not a third party, I do feel like I don't know, it's kind of like contradictory, because it's almost like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We need to let each other go. So many things remind me of you. I feel you leaving me behind, and I'm afraid to contact you. It's time for me to heal now. It's like something is hanging by a thread. Ooh, this one was a toughie. It's like something is hanging by a thread. So either you make the thread stronger or you cut it. Point blank, period. It's almost like there's no in between. All right, let's move on and move forward. Gemini. We're at 41. Okay. Gemini, check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, whatever. Or you're cross-watching. This can go vice versa. And, yeah, take what resonates. All right, so Gemini, let's see. What's going on between you and them, Gemini? Knight of Wands, overall, or between you and them, yeah, the situation. You have the 10 of Cups. Aries had this. You could be dealing with an Aries, or you have Aries in your chart, or they have Aries somewhere in their chart. Because as I say that, the Emperor came out, and that's Aries. And the outcome is the 3 of Wands. All right, let's take a look. Why is this Knight of Wands here? Why is that the situation for Gemini and whoever they're dealing with? 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. There is this, you could also be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or you have it in your chart. Somebody could, or both of you could be kind of like feeling like the relationship is lacking either this connection, this bond type of, or truth, or something like this, or maybe even lacking intimacy or lacking passion. If that's not the case, it's more of lacking this sense of togetherness, of commitment. Why is the 10 of Cups here for Gemini? Queen of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo, the 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. So if you're not communicating with someone with this 2 of Swords, because it can be blocking off communication, not wanting to say anything, or stuck at a stalemate, there is this still kind of like this feeling of sadness of either what happened in the past, or like missing, or there's a sadness here. For some of you, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. Like, I don't want to feel the good feelings. I don't want to even feel the sadness. I want to feel good within myself. I want to feel confident again. I don't want to deal with any BS situation. But the feelings are still there. For some of you, it's because the attraction is still there. Why is the Emperor this person's feelings? 6 of Cups, Page of Swords, 6 of Swords, wanting to move on to calmer waters. Like, and I don't mean like they want to go away. The emotions are still there. The bond is still there for whoever this is. Again, can go vice versa. For whoever this is, there's still kind of like this curiosity of what's going to happen. Now, they're also trying to move on to calmer waters, like leave the past in the past. They could also be presenting themselves like as if they don't care, but they do. Okay, the strong I also get the sense that somebody knows that they need to step up. I'm getting the, are you man enough for me? I was going to say the song, but then 2 songs with that lyric came to my mind. All right, let's see. What is the 3 of Wands? Why is that the outcome for Gemini? Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Now you have a matching pair. And the Knight of Cups. The expectation here is to level that up, to continue this. Yeah. I feel like there are moments where there is this balance, this equal give and take, this energy of putting into, there's still an investment here. But it's like, are we just stuck at this level? What is that sound? Is this the phone? No. I don't know. Somebody could be waiting for the other person to approach them. Show me love. Show me what it's all about, is the song that just came to my mind. And what it's all about. Mm-hmm. You're the one that I ever needed. Okay. I wish things could be different. I look for you everywhere, and I'm becoming a better person. See what I mean? I don't know if they're becoming a better person or not. It says it here. But I do feel like somebody knows that they need to level up. Now they could be. I don't know. They could be. I hide behind material things. You could be dealing with a workaholic or something like that. I wish I had treated you better. Well, there you go. Gemini. All right, let us move on to Cancer. Cancer. Okay. Cancer. Cancer, check out your sun, your moon, rising, Venus, Mars signs. This can go vice versa. Obviously, take what resonates. Cancer. Okay. You have the Two of Swords. There could be issues with communication right now, or a blockage in communication. There could be this feeling of stuck at a stalemate. You have the Knight of Swords. They have the Sun card. Could be a Leo. Doesn't have to be. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And the Judgment is your outcome. So let's take a look. What is this Two of Swords for Cancer? Could be a Libra. Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. To me, there seems to be a focus on material things, or on work, or, you know, everyday life, in security. I feel like this Two of Swords, and this is more intuitive. Well, almost everything in the readings are all intuitive, but it feels like to me there is this focus on what is secure. There's like, I'm not dealing with this confusion or what makes me feel all over the place, because I've had enough. And not only have you had enough, or this is the energy that's there between you and them, there's also like, I don't have time for this. I might be struggling financially or health wise or whatever it is, and I'm trying to take it slow. I can't deal with everything else that just doesn't help me put my life back on track type of thing. I also feel like there is an energy of whatever leaves you feeling confused and depleted, or it's not giving. It's not moving with reliability or consistency. I'm not taking that. What is this Knight of Swords for Cancer? Can go vice versa, okay? Why is the Knight of Swords here? There could be a wondering, like, oh, what is going on? Why aren't they talking to me? Why are things moving so slow? Let's see. Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Because what you're wanting, so what's on your side could go vice versa. What's on your side seems to be this waiting for this golden opportunity. Whether it's a commitment, whether for things to, I don't know, move in a better, sturdier direction. For some of you, there's a focus on work. Again, on what makes you feel safe and secure. Why is the Sun card here? For some of you, you've turned your back on whatever this is, and it's like, listen, I'm focused on something else. So the Sun card, you have the Star, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Empress. Listen, for some of you, if you haven't heard back from maybe a job situation, I feel like you're going to hear from that. I feel like that's going to work out, but I don't want to talk ahead. But anyway, hope, talking, working together, making things clear, getting happier news. For some of you, somebody expresses how they feel, they truly feel. I almost feel like this is a work thing. Like, getting a different position or getting more money or something. Six of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor. Wow. Wow and wow. For some of you, you fought for this. I feel like that, I don't know what this is, Cancer. To me, it can go love or career, whatever. A part of me is leaning a little towards more something that's more like money, work. It can have to do with a relationship and the practicalities of it, or maybe you want to feel more secure in it, or, we need to really help each other out, and like in everyday things. It could be that. It's very Pentacles energy. I don't even know how to speak English anymore. I just speak tarot sometimes. Either way, Six of Wands, Empress, Emperor, this is growth. This is success. This is leadership and having the opportunity for that. Let's take out the Hidden Truth Oracle for you, Cancer. The timing just wasn't right for us. I bury myself in work to forget about you. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, so if this is a work situation, maybe it just didn't happen right away because something else had to transpire or something, I don't know, just not the right time, right? Bury myself in work, to me, could just be that this is just work related, and understanding the connection could represent that there, I wish I could share my good news with you. I'm telling you, Cancer, there's something here. Your outcome is something nice. I'm so attracted to you. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So I feel like if this is about a relationship, this is a relationship, either having a second chance with that Judgment card, rising from the dead type of energy. If it's a work situation, it's you. I lost myself for a little while. I think it's things getting back on track, okay? So, let's move on to Leo. Let's put 55. Okay, Leo. Give me 1 segundo. Okay. That did not work. There. Leo. Is this the Leo card? Haha. Yes, it is. Strength card. Leo. 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 Leo, check out your sun, your moon, rising, Venus, Mars signs. This can go vice versa. Just take what resonates. 7 of Pentacles is your energy. So you might be investing your time and energy in things that are growing for you. You have the Hermit card. Right now you might be secluding yourselves. Right away I got, it could be because maybe you're sick, maybe you're taking time for yourself. Others of you, you just don't want to be bothered. Others of you, you're doing a lot of like internal conversations or interrogation, or just like shedding light on, I don't know, just life in general perhaps. For them, 4 of Swords. And your outcome is the 4 of Cups. So let's see what's going on here. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here as the overall energy? Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords, 7 of Cups. There's almost like a wondering, what happened? What happened here? I think you've invested a lot of your time and energy into something that you knew, like, this was clear to me. But it ended up hurting me, betraying me, causing some sort of suffering, or it ended up ending. And then I feel like the 7 of Cups that showed up is more of like, why? You know, normally the 7 of Cups is confusion, emotionally overwhelmed, choices. But to me, I looked at the card, and the way that he has his hands up, he's like, why? But you have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So to me, this was none of this was in vain. So for some of you, what's going on? You know how people, like, sometimes they talk with movie quotes? I literally just come up with song quotes or lyrics or whatever. I feel like this is all part of, it could even be a lesson of understanding your own self-worth. Why is the Hermit here? What is that? Hierophant, High Priestess, and the Fool card. I feel like you are ready for something. If you didn't think you were, you are. You've learned lessons, you've grown, your intuition has heightened a lot more. You might even be more spiritual now, or religious, or like you're holding on to these things. Maybe it gives you a sense of like hope to keep going or something like this. I just get such a strong sense of leveling up for yourself. It's like I've learned and I'm moving on. Moving on, not just like to the next chapter. Why is the 4 of Swords here for you or for them? It can go vice versa. Maybe somebody has been thinking about a relationship or something like this, and they're like, I'm ready for this. 9 of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. Wow. If you're dealing with somebody who's not doing anything, if they're Four of Swords energy, I'm healing or I'm taking a break or I'm not doing anything, they want to. I just spit everywhere. They want to. They want to communicate. They want to express how they feel. They want to apologize. They want to just give love. They want to love you. Somebody might feel a sense of regret for the things they have done. Somebody might also recognize that they were immature. Why is the Four of Cups the outcome for Leo? Temperance, Queen of Swords, the Death card. So you have Sag, Scorpio here. A part of you could be waiting and maybe even healing or whatever, but you're so firm on not taking any kind of BS. For some of you, your heart is not even really even open. Like, I almost get the sense of like, okay, I want to feel some sort of emotion, but I don't. And that could be more of like, I have experienced a great deal of suffering or trauma, and this might be more of like, my mind is protecting my heart, and a part of me kind of likes that, is the sense that I'm getting. And then the Death card. You're waiting for a massive change. Something is ending for something new to begin. Whether it's somebody's BS is ending for them to, now you're leveled up, or for a current situation to just be done and over with so something better could come in. And there's almost like this bittersweet feeling with that Four of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Three of Cups. Somebody wants to persevere. Somebody wants to keep going, having hope, wanting to heal this, wanting to be in a better place. And I feel like for you, your focus is on long-term family, legacy, whatever else the Ten of Pentacles is here. I want to feel good is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, like full force ahead. I've such a strong desire to move forward, and also like opening your eyes to see there. I feel like you've gained a sense of clarity. Something doesn't even appease you anymore. A card fell, and I'm gonna pick it up in just a second. I don't react when people mention you. Makes sense to what I was just saying. Where the heck did the card go? Oh, there it is. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I want to be more than friends, and I hid who I really am from you. Somebody could have had some sort of mask on, or maybe they were just doing what they wanted and not really authentically being who you could have felt like something else. Like, I know you're not like this, or I know, like, I see your potential, or I've seen it before and I know it could come out of you. You were the best thing in my life. Want to be more than friends. And I think, I mean, it can be a situation like that, but I think because this person feels you as the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, like this almost like frozen heart a little bit. You're almost numb to the BS is what I'm getting. And I think that's you leveling up, stepping in your power, not being afraid, and knowing your self-worth. Now, I'm not saying don't be an ass to whoever, but if you feel empowered with having that self-worth, fantastic. Keep on that, because that energy is being felt. All right, so Virgo. an hour and, let's say 5. All right, Virgo. Virgo, check out your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, Mars signs. You can be cross-watching. This can go vice versa. And please just take what resonates. You know, these are just general readings. And, you know, I'm not all-knowing. Although I wish I was. All right, Virgo. Virgo and whoever they're dealing with. Virgo and whoever they're dealing with. Virgo, you have the 3 of Cups. You have the 9 of Wands. They have the 7 of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. Doesn't have to be. Water sign is here. And the 8 of Wands, forward movement. What the heck is going on? Because it seems like you and this other person, there is a bit of this energy of just not really interacting. There could be interaction. Look, 3 of Cups is about celebration, having a good time, a reunion, coming together, friends, having a good time type of thing, celebration. All right. But then on your side, or this other person, again, can go vice versa, but let's say it's you because it's on this side. 9 of Wands. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm wounded. But I keep going. For them, 7 of Wands, there's I'm standing my ground. I'm pushing away what's poking at me. I am, you know, not allowing certain things in. And then the outcome is 8 of Wands. Movement, communication, things start to move quickly. Let's just clarify. Why is the 3 of Cups here for Virgo? 2 of Cups, King of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo. Wow, and the 10 of Cups. 10 of Swords at the bottom. This can be about like a coming together. Somebody could also be dealing with some underlying hurt, pain. Whether this has caused them to you, you to them, or just completely something else. Because the overall energy is having this emotional exchange, this leaving behind the past and confusion and blah, blah, blah. Making amends for some. 9 of Wands, you have the High Priestess, the World, the 9 of Swords. There's a bit of stress and worry here. I don't know what this 9 of this World card is. I don't know if the cycle is closing. Let's see why do they have the 7 of Wands? Five of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hanged Man. There's a bit of a stuck feeling because I feel like for them there's this I think somebody is pushing something away because they themselves are lacking a sense of security and stability, time, energy. But there's like maybe even health, money. But there is this, but I want to take this leap forward. I want to take this risk. I want is what I get. And then Hanged Man. A pause. Like almost like a stuck. And there could be why there's this pushing away. Again, could go vice versa. Why is the 8 of Wands here as the outcome for Virgo? 2 of Swords. Lovers. King of Swords. Could be an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Doesn't have to be. I feel like somebody wants to speak their truth and speak it very clearly. There are fears. There's fears here. Somebody might know that there's a potential for this here, but somebody is holding back. I don't know if it's communication, because I feel like there is communication there. But I almost get the sense of, like, things would be better if something just changed or ended. I don't know what this change or ended is. I don't know. It could be something. Maybe ending the way somebody views relationships, or that their suffering ended, or the past, like they could leave the past in the past. That phase ended for something new, or I don't know, maybe somebody's in something else. Because I feel like there's this desire to invest, because there's a curiosity. And it's almost like this winning energy too. Maybe somebody needs to make a choice. For some of you, this is work related. Let's take out the Hidden Truth Oracle and see what that says. All right, for Virgo. All right, Virgo. I want to feel that way again. I want to be more than friends. I bury myself in work to forget you. And I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Yeah, to me this seems like there's something hindering this from moving forward. The other two cards that I saw was I stay awake at night thinking about you. You are the best thing in my life. Let me see. I may have to pause the video. And then get back to it. Six of Swords, Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Yeah, somebody is holding back right now. I feel like the communication is there. But I don't know what the blockage is. I don't know, Virgo. You tell me. You tell me. So, let's move on to Libra. All right, Libra. Libra. Libra, check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars signs. This can go vice versa. You can cross watch. Just take what resonates. Libra. All right, Libra. You have the Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups. They have the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Cups is your outcome. Somebody else had the same thing. I think it was Leo. All right. Why is the Knight of Wands here as the situation between Libra and whoever they're dealing with? Could be a fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. There's there's an energy of like yes, yes, I want to continue with this. I want to give to this. I get like a sharing energy. Why do you have the Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, High Priestess, Ace of Wands? There's a new beginning here. And although a part of you is feeling some sort of loss or sadness, I think you might be keeping that to yourself, because there's, out of that, there's almost like this spark or this motivation that's growing to get what it is that you want, because there's a sense of dissatisfaction currently going on with you. I don't know if it has to do with whoever you're dealing with, or if this is more of a general sense. This can go vice versa. So let's see what the Queen of Cups is. Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Fool card. So I feel Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with the Queen of Cups. Somebody is really just looking at, like, taking care of themselves, taking care of their emotional health, their everyday life, and just really open to something new. Again, could be you, could be them. It is in the them position. But like I said, take it as it resonates. What is this Four of Cups? Why is that the outcome? Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. There's almost like a, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Because there's a bit of a stuck feeling, a bit of dissatisfaction, and a bit of stress. It could be that things don't seem very clear for whatever reason. Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. There might be some sort of move. Somebody might be focused on work or changing something about work or changing work. Somebody might say something all of a sudden. I could even be leaving you feeling even more confused. Okay, something is being said. Something is being said that I feel like almost closes off a cycle for you or gives you some sort of certainty. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo as well. Others of you, there is a work situation. I don't know. Something about a work situation that, I don't know if things are like made clear. Because I get the sense of like being able to move on and move forward from something. And then out of that, it's like something, like a different energy comes in. It's almost like, let's say there was an issue at work and that cycle or phase or energy or karma, whatever, gets closed off. And then because of that, something in your love life prospers. I don't know. That's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting. I also get the sense of you might meet somebody new or get something new and somebody else is jealous. But that might, okay, I don't know what this is. This seems a little confusing for me. But whatever is happening with you is also, it's kind of like there's it's a web, and it might not be related to you, but something that occurs with you also helps to move somebody else forward. Oh my God, I don't even know if that makes sense. To me, I sound like a crazy person right now. Sorry, Libra. I don't know. That's really specific. That has to be for someone. If this didn't resonate, please check out your other placements. If you don't know your other placements, easy Google. Astrological chart, natal chart, whatever. You enter your birthday, your time of birth. Time of birth will give you your ascendant / rising sign and the correct house placements. Other than that, if you don't know your time of birth, you get your sun sign, your moon sign, and all the other signs. Just the rising is not going to be correct. The other signs will most likely be correct, but you can't really look at the chart because, like, if it says Mars is in the second house, but you don't know your rising / ascendant sign, then it's not really in that house. You get what I'm saying? I want to feel that way again. I left you before you could leave me. I want to be more than friends. I remember every detail of that day. I wish I could take back my words. One more. I wish I could take back my words. I wish things could be different. So I almost get the sense of like just healing. I don't know what situation, but healing that. And I think that brings in closure. I don't think this is about repeating something. This is about having closure with a situation, and it helps you and it helps somebody else. I don't know, Libra, you let me know. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. Check out your sun, your moon, rising, Venus, Mars. If you're cross-watching, that's fine. Could go vice versa. Just take what resonates. Hello. I can't see. Is that you, Andy? I can't see what it says. The chat is so tiny. And I don't know how to fix it. I've been looking to see if I can fix it, but I don't even know where. All right, so Scorpio. What's going on with you, Scorpio? What's going on with Scorpio and their person? Okay, Scorpio. Two of Wands. You might be making some sort of decision, or looking at, or if it's not you, then both of yous. Because the Two of Wands is like, okay, I have an idea. Now let me look at the bigger picture. Let me see how the future is going to look based on this. And then making some sort of decision. All right, you have the Hermit. I forgot who had this too. Somebody else had this. Leo, I think it was. They have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, could go vice versa. Your outcome is the Lovers. Gemini energy. Why is the Two of Wands here for Scorpio? Ace of Wands, the Magician, Ten of Swords. I get the sense of like, for some of you, you're looking at, okay, if I move forward with this, what if this ends? What if this is a shit show? What if this causes some sort of suffering? Others of you, I get the sense of, I want a new beginning. I really do. But something has to just stop. And then I'll make the decision or something like that. I don't know. Let's see what this Virgo card is, this Hermit for you. Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I think you're just getting back to yourself. I think for some of you, there might be a bit of sadness, a bit of, yeah, a bit of like a mourning type of energy. And Four of Pentacles, I just get this sense of, I don't know if it's keeping to yourself. For some of you, you're more focused on saving money, or I don't even know how to explain it. You're just more about you right now. Now, others of you, this can go vice versa, somebody is really wishing that they could approach the other person. They're feeling a loss. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, Emperor, Aries energy. Worried. What's going on? Why is the Emperor here? This person could be a little, like, not really showing too much that this is how they feel. I feel like somebody is like I'm still invested in this. I still want things to be good. Yeah. Why is the Lovers here? Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. I think somebody makes it known that they want to keep investing in this. I am going to put in effort. I think somebody here has felt the other person pushing someone away. Somebody could have felt like they were being juggled, regardless if they were or not. Almost like, it doesn't have to be juggled with another person. It could be the sense of like, well, is this something that I want to keep in my life? Is this a good choice for me? Should I walk away? There's some sort of emotional detachment. Oh, wow. Ace of Pentacles, Sun, Two of Cups. There's like the certainty here is like this connection. Wow. Somebody might feel like you are their person. They can't get you off their mind. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra for some. Aries, Sag, Leo. Somebody feels left out in the cold. Somebody could feel like they're not good enough. For some of you, I get the sense of like, oh, well, you're feeling like I was feeling. Others of you, you're sick and tired of feeling defeated, of playing mind games. Because yeah, I think like the end goal here, somebody has their eyes set on you or you on them. Somebody might also want to apologize and make things right. They might want to express how they feel. All right, let's go on to the Hidden Truth Oracle. Hidden Truth Oracle for Scorpio. Scorpio. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I don't react when people mention you. I'm not available. I bury myself in work to forget you. I almost feel like this might be you towards them. But again, take what resonates. I wish I treated you better. So many things remind me of you. I wish things could be different. I wish I could take back my words. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius, last but not least. Sag. All right, let's just put a minute and 30. All right, Sag. All right, Sagittarius, please check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars. You can cross-watch. You can, if it's vice versa, it's vice versa. Just take what resonates, basically. All right, Sag. You might be getting yourself unstuck. Three of Swords. Could be a third-party situation for some. Now, Three of Swords can be heartache, disappointment, a loss. But immediately I got, could be a third party. Page of Wands for you. Moon for them. Outcome is Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Three of Swords here for Sagittarius? Five of Swords. Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, there's this game of like, I'm not talking, or I'm going to stay cold. I'm not going to express how I feel. I'm going to do me. I don't want you to know how I'm feeling. For some of you, you're watching, oh my Lord. You're watching to see how someone is reacting and behaving. Others of you, you're watching to see if somebody becomes single or vice versa. I don't know. What is this Page of Wands? I'm saying I don't know because I don't necessarily know if it's really a third party. Hermit, Virgo energy. Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Five of Wands. You might get sick and tired of having to keep to yourself. For some of you, you sit there and you think about the situation. What you want to do is express how you're feeling. And you don't care if it causes some sort of conflict or drama. You're going to speak your truth. Why is the moon here? This reading seems very specific, so I apologize if it doesn't resonate. Knight of Cups, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. I get the sense of, but you don't understand. There's something that I have to deal with. This person is stressed out about something. Okay, if it's a third party situation, you might be like, well, is that done and over with? Whether you're the main person, whether you're the side person, I don't know, whatever. This person, I feel like they're trying to figure something else out, like something. I almost get the sense of like this person, or this is you if it's vice versa. Somebody is saying, wait, but you don't understand. Kind of like you're taking it the wrong way. This person might be dealing with a lot emotionally, or that they're keeping hidden. Why is the Queen of Pentacles the outcome? I wish I could see what this says, but I can't see. Nine of Cups, King of Cups, and excuse me, the Empress. I'm actually surprised I haven't been coughing this whole reading. I've been trying to get over a cold. Man, it's been taking me a while too. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. For some of you, there might be a mom involved, a wife, or something like that, like an ex-wife. I don't know. All right. Somebody might be conflicted right now on this way or that way. I need more on this Queen of Pentacles. Okay. If you're the one that wants to say something or speak some sort of truth, say it. Say it. Because if it does create some sort of drama, let it create the drama. Because it might actually help you to, it might be like a catalyst to something else, or it might help this other person open up their eyes. Yeah. I almost feel like somebody needs to make a decision. Either you want this or you don't want this. Point blank, period. Whether it's third party, whether it's not. I feel you even though we're apart. I feel you leaving me behind. I replay our conversations over and over. I can't stop thinking about you. I love you. Wow, that card did not come out for anybody right now. Or in this reading. You came closer than anyone. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I don't know if that resonated, Sag. Again, let me know. Let me know. Yeah. Guess what? I am so excited. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this in the timestamp. Well, I'll write it down here in case I decide that I want to. So I am doing my first ever in-person tarot reading event, and I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Like, it's a wellness festival, and somebody had asked me if I wanted to be like a vendor and have like a little setup station and do tarot card readings. And I was like, oh my goodness, does this mean that the Forgiving Tarot is finally like leveling up? Is it finally moving forward? And I was just so excited because that is my thing. I just wish that reading tarot on YouTube or doing tarot readings was like my career. Like, I wish that was my thing. And I was like, oh my goodness, is this like the first step towards that? That'd be so cool. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. A part of me is like, maybe people will like that, or maybe people will be interested. And then a part of me is like, well, maybe nobody's gonna want a reading, and don't get your hopes up, but send me some good vibes. We'll see how that goes. I think I could read some of it. Andy, I know it's you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So hopefully that goes well. And that's going to be, I don't know if I want to give a location. I mean, I don't think anybody's really going to go, like, that listens to my channel. But I'm also very like, I don't want to give away so much information, like where I'm from and whatnot. But anyway. Well, technically, the event isn't really near where I live. It's actually quite far from where I live. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully it goes well. It's happening next Saturday. So I'm trying to get some stuff in order. And yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. If you guys resonated, comment, obviously, hit the like button. I think commenting helps to put the videos in the algorithm, liking as well. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've donated, thank you so much. Whether it's super chats, whether it's through PayPal, I really, really appreciate that. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. And bye, Andy. Thanks for stopping by, even though I can barely see what this says. Everyone will want one? Is that what it says? All right. Thank you. Bye.